Welcome to video number 3, chapter 29, Wilsonian Progressivism at Home and Abroad. Wilson, unlike his two previous predecessors, didn't pursue an aggressive foreign policy. He stopped dollar diplomacy, persuaded Congress to repeal the Panama Canal Tolls Act of 1912, which let American shippers not pay tolls for using the canal, and even led to American bankers pulling out of a six-nation, Taft-engineered loan to China. Wilson signed the Jones Act in 1916, which granted full territorial status to the Philippines and promised independence as soon as a stable government could be established. The Filipinos finally got their independence on July 4, 1946. When California banned Japanese ownership of land, Wilson sent Secretary of State William Jennings Bryan to plead with legislators, and the tensions were cooled. When disorder broke out in Haiti in 1915, Wilson sent American Marines, and in 1916 he sent the Marines to quell violence in the Dominican Republic. In 1917, Wilson bought the Virgin Islands from Denmark. Mexico had been exploited for decades by U.S. investors in oil, railroads, and mines. The Mexican people were tremendously poor, and in 1913 they revolted and installed full-blooded Indian general Victoriano Huerta to the presidency. This led to a massive immigration of Mexicans to America, mostly in the Southwest. The rebels were very violent and threatened Americans living in Mexico, but Woodrow Wilson would not intervene to protect American lives. Wilson wouldn't recognize Huerta's regime, even though other countries did. On the other hand, he let American munitions flow to Huerta's rivals, Venustiano Carranza and Francisco Pancho Villa. After a small party of American sailors were arrested in Tampico, Mexico, in 1914, Wilson threatened to use force and even ordered the Navy to take over Veracruz, drawing protest from both Huerta and Carranza. Finally, the ABC powers, Argentina, Brazil, and Chile, mediated the situation. Huerta fell from power and was succeeded by Carranza, who resented Woodrow Wilson and the acts against Mexico. Meanwhile, Pancho Villa, combination of bandit and freedom fighter, murdered 16 Americans in January of 1916 in Mexico, and then killed 19 more a month later in New Mexico on American soil. Wilson sent General John J. Pershing to capture Villa, and Pershing penetrated deep into Mexico, clashing with Carranza's and Villa's different forces, but he did not take Pancho Villa. This is the works cited page. All images in this presentation are from the public domain.